Hello friends, Mandar here, back into my studio with another video. Today I'm going to talk about Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. In particular, I'm going to focus on High Skilled Worker Program within this Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. So if you are interested in this topic, stay tuned until the end and let's get started. If you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Mandar and I make immigration related videos for US and Canada. I'd also like to mention that I'm not an immigration lawyer, so for your personal immigration needs, you should hire a competent immigration attorney. And as always, if you like this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Now let's get started. So Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program helps the employers within 4 provinces of Atlantic region to hire skilled immigrants and international students from within Canada or outside Canada. This program is particularly attractive because it also allows people from outside of Canada to participate in this program. So what are these 4 provinces? They are New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. These are the 4 Atlantic provinces that participate in this program. So this is an employer-driven program. So what it means is, the premise of the program is to allow employers in these 4 provinces to hire high-skilled workers and middle-skilled workers and also international students who have studied in these provinces. So if there is a shortage of labor within these provinces, it allows the employers to make a case to hire individuals from outside of the province. So that's why this program is very attractive, because it caters to people not only living within these provinces but also outside of Canada. So initially this program was launched in 2017 which was for 3 years, and in 2019 they made an announcement to extend this program by another 2 years. So currently, as per the latest announcement, this program will run through the end of the year 2021. Now in terms of numbers, they have seen a lot of success in hiring this program. More than 2,000 employers from these 4 provinces have participated in this program, and as of last year they had already hired more than 3,200 permanent residents, skilled workers or international graduates. So this program seems to be very successful so far, and I wouldn't be surprised if they further extend this program even beyond 2021, but as of now it is until December of 2021. Now like I said before, this is employer driven program. What it means is employers have to be designated with the government to be able to participate in this program. The next step, once they are designated, they need to find the employee. So that's where your job search comes into play. So once the employer has taken steps to make themselves designated with this program, then they can start searching and recruiting for skilled immigrants or international graduates. So in this video, I will walk you through the process, how the employer goes through the designation process, they find an employee, and the next steps once they find an employee. So in general, there are 3 categories of Atlantic Immigration Pilot. The first way the employer can search is Atlantic International Graduate Program, which means the candidate has graduated from universities within these 4 provinces. The second one is Atlantic High Skilled Program, and that is the one which we are going to look at in detail in this video. And then the third one is Atlantic Intermediate Skilled Program, which we will save for the next video. Now each program has requirements that the candidate must meet. So initial step is the employer must meet a set of criteria that will make them eligible to be designated to participate in this program. And then the candidate also has certain set of requirements depending on which of these sub-streams they come through. Now in a nutshell, once the designated employer has hired a successful candidate in one of these 3 streams, then they work with the employee to submit an application for their permanent residency. Now let's look at the process that the employer goes through to get designated, and then the process through which they can hire an employee through High Skilled Worker Program. Now what are the steps that the employer goes through? The initial step that the employer has to do is to get designated. So what it means is, before an employer can go out, find a candidate and extend a job offer, they have to be designated to participate in this program. Being designated means that the employer can now extend a job offer under this program. And then the provinces participating in this program, one of the 4 ones that I mentioned before, they are the ones who designate an employer to participate in this program. So what are the eligibility criteria for the employer to be designated? The first thing is the employer has to be in good standing. Now there are specific definitions set forth by the provinces what means by being in good standing for an employer. I will not go into those details because that is more for employers to worry about. If the employer is in good standing, now they have to apply to get designated. There is no cost for the employer to get designated. Now depending on where the employer is, each province has their own guidelines for the employers to get designated. And again, I will not go into those details, but there is a set process for the employers to apply to the province that they belong to and get designated. So once the employer is designated with the province that they are in, the next step for the employer is to find the candidate. Now here is an opportunity. Either the employer can hold job fairs or they can do active recruitment to find an employee, or the employee reaches out through their portal to apply for employment with one of these employers. Now say for instance the employer finds an employee. Now what happens next? The employer needs to make sure that the prospective employee meets the criteria, because remember the end goal is to hire this employee through one of these three categories and make sure that they get the permanent residence, because as an employer you are investing time and money into hiring this candidate and you want to make sure that the candidate stays with you for a longer period of time, and it's in their best interest to help you through this process. You meet all the eligibility criteria and are qualified to get that permanent residence. Now depending on which stream the employee belongs, there are next steps. So today, as I said, let's look at Atlantic High Skilled Program category. Now let's look at the eligibility criteria through this Atlantic High Skilled Program. The first and foremost eligibility criteria is the work experience. So in the last 3 years, the employee must have worked for 1560 hours in the designated NOC job category. Now the NOC skill type is 0, A and B. I will leave a link in the description what these NOC codes mean, but in a nutshell, skill type 0 or NOC type 0 means management class jobs. So in the sense, you could be a manager in a company, you could be a manager in a store or a restaurant or an organization. So that is NOC job category 0. Skill level A category is for doctors, dentists, architects, and these jobs require a university degree. Skill type B are tradesmen like plumbers, electricians, mechanics, those sort of things. You have to make sure that you have those 1560 hours in the last 3 years and you are able to demonstrate that you have worked for those many amount of hours. Now there is a specific set of criteria how you calculate those hours. The hours can be from a full-time job or a part-time job. They also must be within the same job occupation. They could be with different employers but in the same job category. You cannot count the hours where you were self-employed. And the best part is these hours can be inside Canada or outside Canada. So here is the key thing. If you are from outside Canada, remember this program may be beneficial for you. Now let's look at the education. You can have one of the below. You can have Canadian education like secondary, high school or degree, diploma, or you could have a foreign degree equivalent to Canadian credentials. Your experience from outside of Canada counts, and your degree that is equivalent to the Canadian degree also counts. Now the language test such as IELTS is also necessary for this program. The minimum CLB level required for this program is CLB level 4, which is really low. So all the folks out there who are worried about IELTS score, you can get in as low as with CLB 4 in this program. But I would highly suggest that make an effort to get the highest score as possible, because it always helps with your application. So IELTS is a requirement for this program, and then the higher the score you have, the better it is for your application. But the minimum that you need is CLB 4. You will need proof of funds to show that you can settle initially in Canada. Now proof of funds will depend on the number of family members, including yourself. I will leave a link in the description where you can look at the numbers for proof of funds. Now in this category also, one of the key requirements is you need to have a job, because Atlantic Immigration Pilot and specifically high skilled category is employer driven category. So you need to have a job offer so that you can work with that employer to get your permanent residency. Now your job offer also should meet some eligibility criteria. It cannot be just a paper job offer that you can get from any employer. As I said earlier, the employer has to be designated, and then the job offer should be made using the offer of employment for foreign nationals, which is a particular form which is IMM 5650. And as I said earlier, the employer must be designated employer within one of those 4 provinces for Atlantic program. The job offer should be full-time, which means it should be at least 30 hours per week. It should not be a seasonal employment, it should be a permanent employment. And as I said earlier, it should be in the category of NOC codes 0A or B. And another thing to note is the employment should last at least 1 year from the date of your permanent residency. Once you qualify for all of these, then you can work with your employer to submit your application for Atlantic Immigration Pilot permanent residency. As part of this application process, you will need to give your biometric. You need to have a checklist of documents. I will leave the link in the description for the document checklist, which is IMM 5457. Now, as I said earlier, there is a particular form that your employer has to fill out for extending an offer to you, which is IMM 5650, which also I will link in the description. Now, there are several different forms along with the application form and the offer of employment form that you will need to fill. One is general application for permanent residence, additional documentation for dependents, background declaration form, and several other forms. I'm going to leave all these links in the description. Once you fill out this form, you have to print out because it has a barcode on it, and then you have to physically sign it. Then you need to pay the fees online, and then there is a particular address for Central Intake Office in Nova Scotia where you will need to send your application package. In this meantime, while you are working with your employer, you already have a job offer, and there is something called confirmation of designation, so which means that you have received a confirmed job offer from an employer or a designated employer, and this confirmation of designation will also be part of your application for permanent residence. It will also be needed to get your settlement plan. Now, settlement plan is something that there is an organization that will help you with once you have this job offer and once you have this designated form. The organization will work with you for a settlement plan. Then the employer will submit your package for an endorsement to get you the permanent residence through this program. Now, since you have worked with this employer through this process and the employer has already been designated through the province, they don't particularly need an LMIA. Because you are already working with an employer who is designated with the province, they have already gone through that process of demonstrating that they haven't been able to find an employee within the province, and that's why they are having to hire somebody from outside. So the LMIA requirement is not there. Which doesn't mean that they haven't gone through the motion of proving it. They have done this while they got themselves designated, and that is the reason LMIA is not required. Now, once they make an application for permanent residence, it takes certain duration. During this time, you also get something called temporary work permit. Now, your employer will provide a referral letter for you to obtain a temporary work permit while you are waiting for your permanent residence. The temporary work permit is given only for a period of 1 year, and if the PR application still takes longer, then you may be eligible for extension by another year. IRCC will make a decision on your case for permanent residency and give you the confirmation of permanent residence. Now that you are already working in the province with the employer, you will not need to go out and do the stamping, but what you can do is you can go to the nearest border with United States, get your COPR converted into, which is when you become a permanent resident. So that was the step-by-step process for Atlantic Immigration Pilot, particularly for high-skilled program. So I have left all the links in the description, and I have tried to go through each and every details of this program. So I hope you got value out of this program, and if you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. In the next few videos, I will be going through details of the other 2 streams of Atlantic Immigration Pilot. So stay tuned for my upcoming videos and subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you get notified when I create those videos. And I'll see you in the next one.